Hi, beautiful. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about bits. If you are a beginner nail tech or a nail enthusiast and you want to learn how to do nails and learn how to use the e-file and you're like, okay, what bits should I have? We're going to break the bits down and then we're going to narrow it down to the absolute must-haves. So if you're starting out, you only need to buy 4. I think I narrowed it down to 4, but we'll get to that, okay? So to start out, we're going to categorize them. To start out, we're going to start with prep. Okay, so when you first go in to use your e-file, you need some prep bits. So I have these are my go-to. I've never used the ball one. So if you want to chuck that and just immediately, say I'm not going to use that, you can, but I threw it in there because I feel like if you have dry skin around the cuticle area, you can use the ball to get rid of that, okay? Now, these are the diamond crosscut bits by Young Nails, and this is like a subcategory, all right? This is an option. And then now these are for after acrylic application. Your 5-in-1 tornado bits are so helpful because they work for many different things. You can use them to file and finish, remove bulk, and seal the acrylic up the cuticle. And this next set is basically the same thing, but you're going with a safety bit option. And all it is that it has the rounded top so that if you were to go up by your skin, it doesn't cut you or anything. I highly recommend this if you are starting out, you've never touched an e-file, definitely get the safety bits, okay? Finally, the cone bit. You guys have seen me use this for that last final sealing up by the cuticle area after acrylic application. And then I'm throwing another mandrel bit in there with the sanding band because if you don't use a hand file to perfect and finish your set, you can go in with a sanding band. I just got this e-file. It is amazing. I've been testing it out. I just show it in here so I can recommend what I think is, if you're really invested in this, to get a high quality e-file. And if not, there are other great options I've done videos on, like the Melody Susie Sparkle Pro. I think that's a great option if you're starting out. It's affordable. It's also great because, the handpiece is small. You can start to learn, and then if it's something that you love to do and you're serious about it, then invest in something that's really good like this, okay? So first we're going in with the needle bit, as you guys saw. And I'm just showing you how each of them work so that you can choose which one you think would do best up at the cuticle. But these all work. They have the same purpose, so you can narrow it down. It's hard to choose for me. I think I would choose between the needle bit and the Young Nails square cuticle bit, diamond cuticle bit. If I can get that out, that'll work. But I would pick between those two. Those two were hard to eliminate. So if you want to have the two of them, I think that's your best option, having the needle bit and this one, because this one, as you can see, it gets really tight up against the cuticle area. Now I'm just going to be showing you the ball bit, and it is a fine. Oh, I forgot to say, the green is coarse, blue is medium, and red is fine. Not all companies color code them that way. It may differ, but as far as I know, that is what you're looking for, okay? These bits are really, the reason why I have these in my collection is because they're a good option for doing fills. I don't do fills option. I don't do fills often, but this is really great for getting rid of any lifting and prep and stuff like that. But I just realized, you know what? This is a really good option to use to blend your tips. You know how when you apply your nail tips and you have that little ledge that meets right at the natural nail, you can use this bit to blend your tips. So keep that in mind. I thought I'd throw it in there. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be really good. I'm gonna start showing that when I use tips so you guys can see how that works. And of course, the sanding band, this is your number one thing you need. This is gonna help you prep, remove the shine from your natural nail. And yes, so this, add to your cart. Mandrel Bit. Add 2 if you can. Add 3, even better. If not, just add one and buy those sanding bands and then switch out your sanding bands. You only really need one. All right, so sanding band is going to be used for your initial prep. You're going to remove the natural oils from your nail and roughen up the surface for your application. And it's also going to remove any dead skin that's attached to your natural nail plate. Okay, that's what you're going to use your sanding band for. Now we're going to go in with the 5-in-1 tornado bits. The fine works for everything. I've actually used the fine for removal as well. You can use it to remove gel polish. You can use it to remove acrylic. You can use it to remove bulk acrylic, that is. I'm not specifying. But yes, you want to remove any unwanted acrylic after acrylic application. These are intended for after acrylic application as well. So you can use it to file and finish, seal the cuticle up. I say seal, but sealing happens when you apply the acrylic up at the cuticle, but you're going to blend the you're going to blend the cuticle area to your natural nail. Okay, that's what these are intended for. That's why they're tapered up at the top. So they are multi-use. I highly recommend to own the fine and the coarse. Okay, if you want to stick with one, go with the fine, but the coarse, as you can see, it is great for acrylic removal. All right, so I highly recommend having the coarse bit, and this way you're not doling out your fine so quickly if you do use fine. But if you do want to narrow it down, I've used the fine for everything and it works perfectly fine. All right, so now we're going to go in with the safety bit options. These are definitely your beginner friendly, intended for you, which is probably why you clicked on the video. So these serve the same purpose. They are not created equally, but they do the same things. They're for the same steps. Okay, so this is for after acrylic application. You want to use your fine to file and finish. You'll also be able to see that I get up really close to the cuticle and I'm touching my skin and it is not cutting me. This is why this is a great option when you're learning. You'll use the fine for file and finish. I guess if you were to get the fine and another one, you can just get the fine and the medium or get all three. These are very affordable. They're going to be listed on my Amazon storefront. That's like $8 for each. And again, the course is going to be for your bulk removal and your acrylic removal, and then the fine will be for file and finish. And now we're going in with the comb bit. This is really great. You can also use this for prep, you guys. It's a good option for prep as well, but I like to use it to blend the acrylic up at the cuticle to the natural nail, or you can use the sanding band to do that. That's why I show a second Mandrel bit. Again, you only need one. You can just switch out the sanding band. You can go in with the sanding band to just file and finish and perfect, smooth everything out, and also blend the acrylic up at the cuticle to the natural nail. Okay, so this would be like your last step. We're going to go ahead and break everything down. So these are the 5 I recommend. I also wanted to show you, this is the same brand. They have a fine bit that doesn't have the safety at the top. So if you're feeling a little daring, you can get that one. But these are the ones that you absolutely need. All right, so quick recap. The needle bit is going to remove any cuticle or dead skin that's attached to the natural nail. The sanding band is going to remove natural oils from your nail and etch your nail to prep for acrylic application. The 5-in-1 bit is going to serve multiple purposes for finishing after your acrylic application, and the coarse one is going to remove unwanted acrylic and also helps you remove acrylic nails in general. And then the safety bit is for beginners and for pros if you want to get really close up at the cuticle area and any live skin. Basically, that's going to protect you from getting cut. So if you want to go with that option, you can go that route, but I just wanted to share. And then, of course, lastly, your Mandrel Bit, which you already have for your prep. So you want to change out the sanding band, and you can use that for filing and finishing at the end as well. So I think we narrowed it down to about 4. Or if you want to eliminate the 5-in-1 tornado bits and just try the safety bits first, you can go that route. See, it's so hard to decide because I love having options with bits, but just get the safety bits first if you have not tried, if you are a true beginner and you have not tried using the bits. Get those first, they're helpful. They're good for pros too. I'm not trying to classify them or put them in categories. All right, that is all I have for you. I hope this video was helpful. Do not give up on learning. We can learn from our mistakes. Everybody makes them. It's what makes us better, right? I hope to see you guys in the next video. I love you. Bye.